everyone to the Nashua Public Library. My name is Carol Iman. I'm the library's Outreach and Community Services Coordinator. I just have a few announcements before we get started. I want to welcome you to our celebration of Celtic Heritage Month, which is the month of March. We have another event coming up next Saturday. We have the Irish band Finbar Fury and the Boatmen will be here Saturday at 3 o'clock. Finbar Fury is a very well-known musician in Ireland, and he's on an East Coast tour for the month, so we were lucky enough to get him to come to the Nashua Public Library. I also want to tell you about a new book that was written by 3 of our Nashua librarians. It's called The Nashua Experience, a 3-decade upgrade. And what it is a sequel to the first history of Nashua that was written 30 years ago. Some of you may be familiar with this book. You may either have it or have checked it out of the library. This was written 30 years ago by Nashua librarians, and it covers 1600s until 1978. So the new book covers 1978 to 2008. And you can purchase that book upstairs at the library, also at Sconce's Home Decor on Main Street. And Thursday night, if you'd like to come to the library, you can meet the authors from 7 to 8 p.m. They'll be here for a book signing. If you'd like to be on our email list so you can hear about library events, I've got a clipboard circulating, and you can give us your email address, and then you'll hear when things like that are coming up. I also want to let you know that we're being taped today for Channel 99, which is ETV, the educational channel. So if you live in Nashua and you have Comcast cable, you can check out the schedule on there, and you can find out when you can see a repeat of the concert. Our artists today perform regularly in Irish pubs throughout New Hampshire, and they've also appeared many times in Nashua's Summer Fun concerts, in addition to at the Nashua Public Library. Please welcome Pat Heffernan and Patrick Keane, also known as Shannachie.
Well, the ship just sails in half an hour across the broad Atlantic, and my friends are standing on the pier in grief and sorrow frantic. I am just about to sail away on the good ship Dan O'Leary. The anchor's away, the gangway's up, and I'm leaving Tipperary.
Goodbye Mick, goodbye Pat, goodbye Kate and Mary. The anchor's weighed and the gangway's up, I'm leaving Tipperary. Now the steamer arises and up I have no more to say. I'm bound for New York City, boys, 3,000 miles away.
Well, in my kit bag I packed some cabbage, spuds and bacon. Isn't that the finest fare to ease your belly aching? If the ship should pitch toss, well, I'll act very quickly. A sharp knit pack across my back and I'll swim to New York City.
Goodbye Mick, goodbye Pat, goodbye Kay and Mary. The anchor's weighed and the gangway's up, I'm leaving Tipperary. Now the steamer's rising up, I have no more to say. I'm bound for New York City, boys, 3,000 miles away.
Now them Yankee girls will sure love me. Of course some speculate,
Hallucinating.
think they'll like the way I talk, and they'll love the way I'll treat them. I'll be in love with Molly Burke as an ass is fond of clover. When I get there I'll send for her, that is, and she'll come
Tell
over.
us now. Goodbye Mick, goodbye Pat, goodbye Kay and Mary. The anchor's weighed and the gangway's up, I'm leaving Tipperary. Now the steamer rises up, I have no more to say. I'm bound for New York City, boys, 3,000 miles away. Here we go. Goodbye Mick, goodbye Pat, goodbye Kay and Mary. The anchor's weighed and the gangway's up, I'm leaving Tipperary. Now the steamer's rising up, I have no more to say. I'm bound for New York City, boys, 3,000 miles away. Traditions, clapping along and singing, helping us out. We hope you do a lot of that today.
Yes, particularly since we need all the help we can get.
Our wives tell us that. There's so many people today in foreclosures and all of the things that force people to move in our lifetime from poverty. Just the financial situation. For the past 200 years, the Irish have had to leave Ireland because of those same types of things, of lack of money and poverty. food. And this is a story, The Fields of Athenry, about a young man that was sent to prison simply for stealing a loaf of bread so his children wouldn't starve. And we sort of always like to give tribute to not just the families that came from Ireland because of that poverty, but all of our relatives that had the courage to come over and start a new life.
By a lonely prison wall, a young girl calling, Michael, they are taking you away. I saw Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Alone lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. For love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. And you must raise our child with dignity. Lord, I the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. Beside the harbour wall, she watched the last star falling, as a prison ship sailed out against the sky. Now she'll wait and hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. And Lord, lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. How it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. There's a young fella in the United States, he went over a trip to Europe.
You were young?
Quite a big, well, he was a young fella at the time.
Oh, yeah?
He was very old when he got back, because all the European food will do it to you. Anyway, when he was in Rome, he went to St. Peter's, and on one of the pillars, of which there are a good many, he noticed this gold telephone. And he thought, what in the world is that? So he asked one of the priests. He said, what's that? The priest said, oh, that's a direct line to God. Costs you $2,000 a minute, you can talk to God. I agree. Anyway, so he thought, well, that's pretty interesting. Well, he went to 2 or 3 other places, but his last stop he was visiting Ireland. And he was in a small country church, and sure enough, there on the side by the confessional was a gold telephone. So he thought, I wonder if it's the same thing. So he asked the priest, he said, well, what's the gold telephone? The priest said, oh, he said, that's a direct line to God. You can call him up anytime you want to, 25 cents. And the fellow said, well, I was in Rome, and it was $2,000 a minute. And the priest said, well, lad, you're in Ireland. It's a local call.
Now that's an Irish tradition. Blimey.
What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, there are very few Irish songs of this type. It's a drinking song. There are very few 100,000. A drink for my father, and one for my son, and one for my own self makes 3. It's a long life ahead of us, and what be the good if we can't share a friend's company? One more time. A drink for my father, and one for my son, and one for my own self makes 3. It's a long life ahead of us, and what be the good if we can't share a friend's company? Come sit down beside me and fill up your cup. Help me finish this bottle of cheer. If you don't help me drink it, I'll turn belly up, and it'll carry me out of here. I drink for my father, and one for my son, and one for my own self makes 3. It's a long life ahead of us, and what be the good if we can't share a friend's company? What is to the crack and the good times we've shared, but so too as lucky as we. They throw us in jail for the rest of our lives, but tonight we're lucky and free. I drink for my father and one for my son, one for my own self makes 3. It's a long life ahead of us, and what be the good if we can't share a friend's company?
Now how's about the verse for the women we love? They're the best things we have in our lives. If we get home by morning, we'll crawl into bed and try not to wake up our wives.
Bless their hearts.
I drink for my father and one for my son,
One for my own self makes 3.
it's a long life ahead of us, and what be the good if we can't share a friend's company?
Well, someday we'll sleep in the cold, cold ground when the good Lord decides it to be. Just put in the box of mud and a rock, St. Peter will drink it with me. I drink for my father and one for my son, one for me own self makes 3. It's a long life ahead of us, and what be the good if we can't share a friend's company? And it's a drink for my father and one for my son, one for my own self makes 3. It's a long life ahead of us, and what be the good if we can't share a friend's company?
All right.
Good afternoon, Art. I haven't seen you for a while. I almost forgot what you look like. What a blessing. Hey, General, I'm catching it right, see, with the Celtic beat, yes, which is carried here at the library, is it not? Except you really should go out and buy it over at the Irish Cottage. Art would be very much happier if you bought hundreds and hundreds of copies, right? Absolutely. Another story involving a telephone and religion. The Pope was in his office, and his secretary, one of the cardinals, came rushing in, obviously very upset and agitated. The Pope said, "What's the matter?" He said, "Well, the telephone call, that line that's blinking on your desk?" "Yes. It's Jesus, he's come back." The Pope said, "That's wonderful. That's the best news I've heard in my entire life. Why in the world would you be so upset?" The Cardinal said, "He's calling from Salt Lake City." this is a make-em tune. And if we don't move something here, we're going to be in real trouble when we get to the second half of it. A song called The Winds Are Singing Freedom. The winds are singing freedom, they sing it everywhere. They sing it on the mountainside and in the city square. They sing of new day dawning, where people will be free. Come join the song of freedom, let it ring from sea to sea. In the battered streets of Belfast, you can hear the people cry, but justice long denied them, and that crying fills the sky. But the winds of change are singing, bringing hope from dark despair. There's a day of justice coming soon, you can feel it in the air. And the winds are singing freedom, they sing it everywhere. They sing it on the mountainside and in the city square. They sing of a new day dawning, when our people will be free. Come join the song of freedom, let it ring from sea to sea. Too long our people suffered in their misery and tears, and foreign rulers use our land for about 800 years. It's a long road, has no turning, but I know that soon we'll see that day of justice dawning, when our people will be free. And the winds are singing freedom, they sing it everywhere. They sing it on the mountainside and in the city square. They sing of a new day dawning, when our people will be free. Come join the song of freedom, let it ring from sea to sea. There's a time laid out for laughing, there's a time laid out to weep. There's a time laid out for sowing, and a time laid out to reap. There's a time to love your brother, there's a time for hate to cease. If you can sow the seeds of justice, you can reap the fruits of peace. And the winds are singing freedom, I'll sing it everywhere. They sing it on the mountainside and in the city square. They sing of a new day dawning, when our people will be free. Come join the song of freedom, let it ring from sea to sea. Yes, come join the song of freedom, let it ring from sea to sea. A fellow by the name of Seamus Maloney was celebrating his 95th birthday. Now, how does he celebrate his birthday? He goes to the local pub, or else. He said to the bartender, he said, "Look at me, lad." He said, "I'm celebrating my 95th birthday. I'd like a large whiskey, please." For those of you who are not familiar with Irish terms, that's 2 shots, big ones. Well, he handed it to him and right down the hatch. He said, "Look, lad, you know, it's my 95th birthday. I'll just have another one of those, if you don't mind." Now, the first one you gave me 3 drops of water, and I noticed that. I said, the second one, would you just give me 2 drops of water, please? Well, he thought, okay, fine. So he took up about 5 minutes, but that second one joined the first one. He said, Liam, did I tell you it's my 95th birthday? I'll just have a third one of those now, if you don't mind, but this time, you've been watering it, just put in 1 drop of water. They said, Seamus, what's going on here with 3 drops of water, 2 drops of water, 1 drop of water? And Seamus said, well, Liam, us old fellas, you know, we can hold our whiskey.
You kids won't get it.
Oh, you will one day.
Yeah, you just wait.
Sounds good. We don't need anything. All right, get a chance to, we're going to do 2 more, and then we're going to bring some dancers, or at least I hope we are. Some of the dancers, if they're listening, ought to be getting their little music machine ready.
We'll
There's a
be
chance to
back.
not only clap your hands on the chorus, 4 times, twice, and once.
This is higher math for the Irish.
But you can also
4, 2, and 1.
You can also sort of shout out the opening words of the chorus, no, nay, never.
Now, we want everybody to shout it out, but you kids, you're always told by your parents to, you know, not shout, not to be
Indoors.
quiet, indoors. We want you to yell louder
Outside
than
voices.
all of the adults, okay? And you're gonna yell,
Which,
no,
considering you're outnumbered, will be...
nay, never. But we want everybody to sing.
You're outnumbered by chronological adults. There are some that never made it that far. Well, it's no,
Nay, never. 1, 2, 3, 4.
no, never, no more.
1, 2.
Would I play the wild rover?
1.
No,
You got it.
never, no more. My life in the wild rover for many's a year, that I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold and great star, but I never would play the wild rover no more.
And it's no, nay, never.
Right up, Skipper.
No, nay, never, no more.
Would I play the wild rover? No, never, no more.
I went into an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady me money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay.
Get out.
Such a bailout as you I could serve any day. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. Will I play the wild rover?
No,
Never, no more.
Well, then out of the pocket I took sovereigns rights, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said I had whiskey and wines of the best, and the words that I spoke, they were only in jest. Well,
And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. Will I play the wild rover? No, never, no more. I'll go back to my parents, confess what I've done,
that you will.
and I'll ask them to pardon their Protestant prodigal son.
What's the difference?
And if they'll caress me as oft times before, then I never will play the wild rover no more. 'Cause it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. Will I play the wild rover? No, never, no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. Will I play the wild rover? No, never, no more. Good job. Good job, man.
Well, what we've been doing so far are actually truly Irish songs. And to close this particular part, before we get the dancers on, we'd like to do a song that was written by a fellow named Robbie O'Connell. And he talks about the experiences he had when he first came over here and tried to play Irish music, actual Irish music, for American audiences. And he got a little bit of surprise, and remembering back when I was younger, and never mind how long ago that was, but I can believe this was probably true. When first I came to the USA with my guitar in hand, I was told that I could get a job singing songs from Ireland. So I headed off to Boston, I was sure it would be alright. The very first night that I got on the stage, I got a big surprise. They said,
"You're not Irish, you can't be Irish, you don't know Danny boy. Oh, Tora, Lora, Lora, or even Irish eyes. You've got a hell of a nerve to say you came from Ireland. So cut out all this nonsense and sing McNamara's band."
To tell the truth, I got quite a shock and I didn't know what to say. So I sang a song in Gaelic, I thought that might win the day.
Yeah.
They looked at me suspiciously and I didn't know what was wrong. And all of a sudden they started to shout, "Now sing a real Irish song."
"You're not Irish, you can't be Irish, you don't know Danny boy. Oh, Tora, Lora, Lora, or even Irish eyes. You've got a hell of a nerve to say you came from Ireland. So cut out all the nonsense and sing McNamara's band."
The next day I was on the road, to Chicago I was bound, determined to give it another chance, not let it get me down. For the stage they looked quite friendly, but I'd hardly sung one word, when a voice called out from the back of the room, "What do you think I heard?
"You're not Irish, you can't be Irish, you don't know Danny boy." You can help us with that.
Tora, Lora, Lora,
Or even Irish eyes. You've got a hell of a nerve to say you came from Ireland. So cut out all the nonsense and sing McNamara's band.
Well, I've travelled all over the country, and it's always been the same, from LA to Philadelphia and from Washington to Maine. Sometimes now I think that it's a secret society, and it doesn't matter wherever I go, they'll be waiting there for me.
Help us out.
Say
"You're not Irish, you can't be Irish, you don't know Danny boy. Oh, Tora, Lora, Lora, or even Irish eyes. You've got a hell of a nerve to say you came from Ireland. So cut out all the nonsense and sing McNamara's band."
Ladies and gentlemen, the McGonigal School of Irish Dance.
Park. This is Amos Migliani.
And the young lady in the pink is Ashlyn Rockwell. And I have known since she was about the size of this one right here. Long time. I don't know how she got over, I did. Thank you very much, ladies. McGonigal School of Irish Language. All right.
So I could use some help from the little people. There are no leprechauns here today, but you think some kids could come up and help me? Come on up to the stage.
Remember what your mother used to tell you, no guts, no glory. Probably a little loud. Is that okay? I now know why I wasn't getting any. There's a pad pushing in. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Many years ago, there was a group called the Irish Rovers, and they recorded this song. And they're going to burn in hell for it, there's no doubt in my mind. But it became a tradition of Irish cooks. So we're now going to teach you young people how you can fit into any rowdy Irish pub that you ever have to go to after a few years. A little green alligators, and a long-necked geese, humpty-backed camels, chimpanzees, cats, rats, and elephants. Sure as you're born, the loveliest of all was the unicorn. And no, I'm not going to ask the other person I know who is an expert in leading this to come up and do it, because I'd just as soon be able to go home tonight. All right, there was your rehearsal. Here comes the first time through the course. Oh, by the way, you people sitting there in the audience, you can do this too, because there's no reason these kids should be the only ones making fools of them. Alligators and they were long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels and some chimpanzees. Now there was cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, and oh, the loveliest of all was the unicorn. A long time ago, when the world was green, there's all kinds of animals out there that you've ever seen, running around free while the world was being born. You know, the loveliest among was the unicorn. There were green alligators and there were long-necked geese, the humpty-backed camels and the chimpanzees. Well, there was cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, the loveliest of all was the unicorn. Seen some sinning and it gave him great pain, and he said, stand back, cause I'm gonna make it rain. Hey brother Noah, I will tell you what to do. Go on and build me a floating zoo, and take some of the green alligators, the long-necked geese, the humpty-back camels and the chimpanzees. You take cats, rats and elephants, sure as you're born, but don't you forget my unicorns. Well now, Noah was there to answer that call, and he finished building his ark just as the rain started falling. Marched in the animals a 2 by 2, he sang out as they came through. Wipe your feet, I got your green alligators, long-necked geese, the humpty-back camels, I got chimpanzees, got cats and rats and Barney, but Lord, I'm so bored, I just can't find no unicorns. Well, Noah looked up through the driving rain, and unicorns was hiding out there, playing soccer, kicking and splashing while the rain was a-falling. Oh, them silly unicorns. There was green alligators and there were long-necked geese. There were humpty-back camels and chimpanzees. Then Noah said, close the door, for the rain's first of all. We just can't wait for no unicorns. Now here comes the sad part now. Oh, the ark started moving, and they drifted with the tide, and the unicorns looked up to the rocks, and they cried, and the waters rose up, kind of floating them away. What a tragedy. And that's why you never see the unicorn to this very day. 'Cause the rednecks done shot 'em all, and nailed their hides to the barn door.
New England.
Oh, no, New England, pardon me. 'Cause rednecks done shot 'em all, nailed their hides to the barn door. You suck up enough Jameson, you're gonna see green alligators and long-necked geese, humpty-back camels and chimpanzees, cats, rats, and elephants. Sure as you're born, you're never gonna see no unicorn.
This is what I'm reduced to.
Back when Patrick was a little lad, his father one day said to him, so what'd you like to be when you grow up, Patrick? He said, oh, Dad, I think I kind of like to be a folk singer when I grow up. And his father said, son, you can't do both. That's why, although some of you may notice that one of the many pins on this hat says United States Army, the good one that says United States Army retired, they say to myself. I spent 21 years in the Army because I couldn't decide if I wanted to be a fireman or a cowboy when I grew up. And then somebody said, hey, you're a musician, you don't have to grow up. So I retired. All right, we're going to
Little contest.
see how we do a little contest. You don't yell this out. You have to find a way to write your answer down. But the first person who can, you know, so we have these CDs over here. I haven't even plugged these things yet, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, we sell these for $10 a piece. They are million sellers. I have a million of these damn things on myself. And I'm trying to get rid of them. You know, $10 for one, $20 for two, $30 for three. I'm mathematically challenged, so that's how that works. That's why I married a mathematician. She does your taxes, but she has trouble with simple arithmetic. But it's true. Anyway, the first one of you who can
But
tell
you
us,
wanted to go home tonight.
Well,
She's in the audience.
yeah, I know. These also, ladies and gentlemen, make very good gifts for people to whom you have to give a gift, but you don't like very much. All right. The first one of you who can successfully write down the name of the composer of this song, and bring it up and, hand it to Patrick. You can pick your pick of one of those CDs. Not exactly the most thrilling prize, perhaps?
And the
What the hell?
person that comes in second gets 2.
No, that's...
Sorry.
Give
Ireland back to the Irish.
By the way, Art Ketchen is not permitted to compete. Don't make them have to take it away.
Give Ireland back to the Irish. Make Ireland Irish today.
Great Britain, you are tremendous, and no one knows like me. But tell me, what are you doing in that land across the sea? Tell me, how would you like it if on your way to work you were stopped by Irish soldiers? Would you lie down, give in, do nothing or go berserk?
Give Ireland back to the Irish. Don't make them have to take it away. Give Ireland back to the Irish. Make Ireland Irish today.
Our Great Britain, all her people, say that people should be free. But meanwhile, back in Ireland, there's a man who looks like me. He's been fighting for his country, and he's feeling really bad. They've thrown him into prison. Should he lie down, give in, do nothing or go mad? Give
Ireland back to the Irish. Don't make them have to take it away. Give Ireland back to the Irish. Make Ireland Irish today.
Yes, give
Ireland back to the Irish. Don't make them have to take it away. Give Ireland back to the Irish. Make Ireland Irish today. All right. Almost a rebel tune. Not over
The
the
gentleman walked up here and handed me a piece of paper that says Paul McCartney. Right.
Leave it in on.
I don't think he sings it much anymore.
Certainly not in England.
So you can, at your leisure, you can take a pick of one of those. We'd like you to participate in this one. This is another one of those amazing drinking songs, of which there were so few. And I always liked the description that one of the Clancy's, I think it was Tom, had of this particular. No, actually, it was Liam, who said, this song begins very peacefully and meditatively and rapidly deteriorates. So like Patrick's Day in an Irish pub. So you'll, nobody here needs any help in how to participate with this. One pleasant evening in the month of June, while I was sitting with my glass and spoon, a small bird sang on an ivy bunch, and the song he sang was the jug of punch. Tooraloo, this is your part. Tooraloo-lay, tooraloo, tooraloo-lay. A small bird sang on an ivy bunch, and the song he sang was the jug of punch. Now I'm looking for real participation on the tooraloo-loos and all that sort of stuff. What more diversion can a man desire
and sitting down by a snug fire, upon his knee a pretty wench, and on the table a jug of punch. Tooraloo, 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 tooraloo. Upon his knee a pretty wench, and on the table a jug of punch.
What amount of hardship can a boy do? And to set him down all behind the door. Upon his knee no pretty wench, and on the table no jug of punch. Tooraloo, 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 tooraloo. Upon his knee no pretty wench, and on the table no jug of punch.
Let the doctors call with all their art.
Let 'em go.
They'll make no impression upon my heart.
What art?
Then the cripple forgets his hunch
When
he's stuck outside of a jug of punch. Tooraloo, 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 tooraloo. Even the cripple forgets his hunch when he's stuck outside of a jug of punch. And if I get drunk, well, the money's me own.
That it is.
And them don't like me, they can pull home. I'll tune me fiddle and I'll rosin me bow, and I'll be welcome where'er I go. Up to tooraloo, 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 tooraloo. I'll tune me fiddle and I'll rosin me bow, and I'll be welcome where'er I go. And when I'm dead and in my
Just tell him it says maybe God's not Irish. Nope, Dennis is going up.
Getting anything else? All right. That's what I have a big voice for. How I'm bad, I'm how all I just came out in the name of peace, and I'm gonna find my hand. Tooraloo, 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 tooraloo. Just came out in the name of peace, when I saw my heart at my head and feet.
hear us if you
Aren't you
want.
glad? I really have to have my, I gotta talk to those dancers to find out who their hairdresser is.
Yeah, you need it.
Be good. So the Archbishop of New York, St. Patrick's Cathedral, he's in there one morning, and there's a little bit of a stir out front. So he goes out and he looks out, and sure enough, the guy with long hair and a beard, and as the guy watches, as the Archbishop, the Cardinal watches, there's a fellow in a wheelchair. He reaches down, he touches him on the shoulder, the guy gets up and walks out. He says, yep, it's him. So he quickly runs to his office and he calls the Pope. He says, Your Holiness, Jesus has come back, and he's right here in my church. He's right here in St. Patrick's Cathedral. What should I do? The Pope said, look busy. You may know some of these songs.
Sure you will.
And if you do, please join us. Oh, an Irish night smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, our world seems bright and gay. Our Irish eyes are smiling, gonna steal your heart away. would like to sing you a song about a very favorite subject of Irish music. This is one of the major themes of Irish music. It's very uplifting and spiritual. Death. We're big on death. This is about a fellow that's very unusual. He liked to drink. That's very strange. He was indeed. He was a bricklayer's helper. And one morning he had, after the rather a tough weekend, he woke up with a mother and father all hangovers. So he took a wee drop or two to help him clear his head. But he went to the job site and he fell off a ladder and he was killed. And they say it was the drop that killed him.
You just encouraged.
Anyway. However, as an Irish song, of course, all about death, it has a happy ending. Now, there is your participation on this, which we strongly encourage. Of course, there's no way to enforce what happens, but the tradition in Irish pubs is you clap on the chorus, you all start together, and you all end at the same time at the end of the chorus. And if you clap over, you're supposed to buy everybody a round of drinks. Well, that's not going to work here. So, I guess if you clap over, your neighbor can go something equally appropriate. We will go through the chorus one time. It would not be fair to not let them try it once, for free.
God knows we're
It'd be
fair.
fun, but yes. We are known for being fair. If you look at the back of our Irish Stew album, the first one we did was a sign. We're under a sign that says Fair Entertainment. It was a review of the performance.
How did they go ahead of that? That's what I always...
It was our second year there. Actually, I invited us back, which shows you how much they stay here.
All right, shall we do it with them?
We shall do it.
Here we go.
Oh, actual I will ask you for you. Now, that was only a test. In a real emergency, you'd all be dead. But that's it. That's all you get. Tim Finnegan lived in Walker Street, a gentle Irishman, mighty young. He'd a beautiful robe so rich and sweet, and a rise in the world he carried on. Do you see the sort of a Timberland way, with a love for the liquor poor Tim was born, to help him on with his work each day, to travel a crater every morning. Only a few. Of course, you represent something that we find personally very scary. Whole sober audience.
Thank God we drank before the show.
Out the window, there's sunshine out there, which is a little strange. Daylight. One morning, Tim got rather full. His head felt heavy and it made him shake. Oh, he fell from a ladder and he broke his skull. They carried him home, his corpse to wake. Rolled him up in a nice clean sheet, and they laid him out upon the bed, with a barrel of whiskey at his feet and a gallon of porter at his head. There's a young man standing over here looking at us like, what is that? That's the ugliest sight I've ever seen in my life. All right, pay attention, class.
Ah, yes, we want to hear you.
This verse, you must do something intuitively. For those of you of Irish ancestry, that means you have to figure it out for yourself. Okay, so listen carefully and respond when you hear something that requires a response. As friends assemble at the wake, and Mrs. Finnegan called for lunch.
Lunch.
Oh boy. Well, it's the Title I class. Some of you got it. Be a little bit more vigorous when you call for lunch on the appropriate, after the appropriate cue. Ready? As friends assemble at the wake, and Mrs. Finnegan called for lunch. Lunch! Oh, that's a lot better. That's better. She brought in pancakes and pipes, tobacco and whiskey punch. Be O'Brien and began to cry. Such a nicely carved did you ever see? Tim Lordy, why did you die? All kicked off since Paddy McGee. Only one person one time, well maybe two. And Peggy O'Connor took up the job. Now this is she a wrong, I'm sure. So So Billy gave her a pound the gob and left her sprawling on the floor. Civil war did soon engage. It was woman to woman and man to man. Charade it all was all the rage, and a row and a ruction soon began. Oh, many years ago, I played this when I was just doing this by myself. Believe it or not, my son's elementary school. He was singing with me at the time. And after the first time through, you know what the little kids did? They counted. One of them figured out there's 16 claps, and they counted out loud. Ah, yes. Now for the advertised happy ending. And Mickey Maloney dumped his head when a nugget of whiskey flew at him. It missed him landing on the bed. A liquor scattered over Tim. Tim revives, see how he rises. Timothy rising in the bed. Saying, whirl your whiskey around like blazes. Common nail, you think I'm dead? I told you straight gin.
The Irish homemade brew is called Pujeen, this gentleman knows. And it looks like that. It doesn't feel like that.
Yes. Actually, Patrick is an expert in that because he recently went on the all-poachine diet. So far, he's lost a week.
You were talking to Paula?
You ought to tell him the donkey story, actually.
Oh, Father Murphy. Father Murphy and the constable didn't have a great relationship. They had a little bit of trouble with each other. They were always kind of poking fun at each other. And one morning when Father was going across to say Mass at 7 o'clock, he noticed there was a dead donkey on the lawn. There were plenty of donkeys all through Ireland, sheep and so forth. But he thought to himself, well, I'll have to call and clean this up. So after Mass, he calls the constable. He says, Constable, he says, it's Father Murphy. He goes, yes, Father, what is it? He says, well, I called to tell you that I want you to gather a few of the boys and bring them around and take this dead donkey that I found on the front of the lawn of the church and bury it. So the constable thought, I'll get him. He goes, Father, isn't it the responsibility of the clergy to bury the dead? He says, yes, he says, but it's also our responsibility to notify the next of kin.
This song has a very nice chorus, and it's designed to promote peace, love, and understanding. Trust me.
Yeah.
Have I ever lied to you? Don't answer that. So once you hear the chorus, which we'll start with, you're doing very well at singing, so join in. We've got a couple coming up that you can join in and sing with before we wrap this up. I love the Dublin in the green, with the helmet glittering in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash, the echo of the constant gun. We'll do it again now. We're all off the Dublin in the green, with our helmets glittering in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash, the echo of the constant gun. Next time now, we're really going to hear. Here we go. I am and I'll leave behind my horse and yoke. No more I'll need them now. But I'll take the short revolver and the bandolier of length, and wherever I can but try to avenge my country's death. Now we're all of the golden in the green, my helmet's glittering in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash to the echo of the Thompson gun. I will leave behind my Mary, she's a Colleen I adore, and I wonder if she'll think of me when she hears the cannons roar. Well, when this war is over and we have old Ireland free, I will take her to the church to wed, and a rebel's wife she'll be. Come on, sing along. And we're all off the trouble in the sea, in the sea. The helmets glittering in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash, the echo of the Thompson gun. Now the sun can fight for silver, and the sun can fight for gold, but the Irish they are fighting for the land that the Saxons stole. Yes, the sun can fight for silver, and the sun can fight for brass, but the British army in the north can kiss my Irish whiskey. Now we're all off the Dublin in the green, my helmet's glittering in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash, the echo of the Thompson gun. Yes, we're all off the Dublin in the green, my helmet's glittering in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash, the echo of the Thompson gun. Medley, which we invite you to participate with, and then since this is Sunday, we are going to close with a little religious tune.
We are?
We are.
We know what?
Yeah, believe it.
Weren't they all?
What?
Weren't they all?
Good
I
line.
like your thinking.
Well, I appreciate your coming out on a Sunday afternoon.
Always a pleasure here.
And once again, if you would like to take us home with you virtually, just
But
that's why to
only
take
one
us
per
home. You don't have to
customer.
feed us if you
We've
do
got
that.
to limit it for the fans, you know.
Yeah. It's a
Sarcastic.
collector's item. Yes, the Department of Public Works collects them.
Yes, yeah.
Sing right along with this one. We'll show you all that. Well, in heaven there is no beer, and that's why we drink beer. And when we come from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer.
That was awful. You guys were so good, all.
If, unless you're ventriloquist and you can sing without moving your mouth. All right, let's make it easy. Sing it with us in Irish.
Engaged.
All right? You know the tune. Here we go, in the Irish language. Stretch the Polish. Out French. Oui, oui. And there is no beer. And that's why we drink beer here. And when we come from here, all our friends will be drinking all the beer here. And Charlie off the NPA. Or she'll never return. And you say we'll do yonder. Believe it or not, in the streets of Austin, a man who never returns. One more time. Did he ever return? No, never return. And his fate is still unearned. But if he gets lucky, he may end up in New Hampshire. He's the man who never returns. He's the man who never returns. He's the man who never returns.
Let's cheer, up in the chair. That's it.
For those of you who are lacking in musical taste, we will be at the Wild Rover on the 16th
Up in
this month,
Manchester.
up in Manchester from 8 to 12. I'm taking the public appearances, and we will be at the Old Salt up in Hampton on the 17th from, this is the fun one, I believe we're doing 12 to 4 and 5 to 9.
Yep. And they're always a great crowd, and beautiful food. And does anyone know how to say, is it Lammy's or Lammy's that they have?
Or Lamies.
I can never figure it out.
Lamies.
Well, go inside of the pub, the Old Salt.
And it really is a religious song, to which he modestly said, I did not write the words for this, they are traditional, but I did write the music. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the rain fall soft upon your fields. May the sun shine warm upon your face. Until we meet again, until we meet again, till we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of His hand. May you live as long as you want. May you never want as long as you live. May the roof of your house never fall in, and may those beneath it never fall out. Until we meet again, until we meet again, till we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of His hand. May the Irish hills caress you. May Ireland's lakes and rivers bless you. May the luck of the Irish enfold you, and may the